So according to the Career Builder, 78% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Are you living paycheck to paycheck? Welcome, everybody. I want to say thank you for inviting me to the National Society of Leadership Students on Fall State's campus. So thank you all for inviting me here. If you're struggling financially, I'm glad you're here. If you're doing well financially, I'm glad you're here as well. Because many people are struggling financially and they need help. It's a new year. Although we're in the second quarter so far, people needed help last year, they need help this year, and they'll need help next year. So before we get started, I want to tell you a little about myself. My name is Dakota Grady. I'm from South Carolina. I've been here in Tennessee for about 5 years now. My wife, Shamika, we've been married for 11 years as of last month, and I'm glad she's on my team because she's a great wife. Thank you for being on my team, babe. So we've been together for about 17 years. I know I don't look that old, but if you want to see my ID, see me in the back of the room. But she's a great wife, and I'm really glad she's on my team. We also have a 2-year-old daughter whose name is Naomi. She'll be 3 next month. So actually this month, actually. Right now she's in the potty training stage. So if you don't have kids, or if you do have kids, potty training is very, very difficult. So if you don't have kids, look forward to it. If you don't have kids, then that's good too. But potty training is a difficult stage for me, my wife as well, but we enjoy spending time with our daughter. Again, I'm from South Carolina, and we enjoy Hendersonville area, great location. Tennessee is a nice place to be to raise a family. I grew up on welfare. So my mom and dad had 7 children. Have y'all heard of the Brady Bunch? Well, we were the Grady Bunch because we have a large family. My last name is Grady, so go figure. But we live in the hood, basically, the hood, where we had rats and roaches. So I don't know if you've been there, but I've been there. And we used to be on food stamps. Food stamps at the time was like an actual dollar bill. So we would go get the food stamps, go get food. Well, for me, I love getting food. You can't tell, but I love to eat, though. And I felt so ashamed. And that was one time in my life where my parents took us over to my grandmother's house, my sister, my brother, and I, to go live with my grandmother for a short period of time because our power got disconnected. Maybe you've been there or know someone who has been there. So those 2 things helped me become who I am today. So in 2010, I started coaching people about handling money on purpose because people may know how to make money, but they may struggle handling the money. You may make 6 figures and be broke as a joke. But you may be making minimum wage and have money saved for retirement. So I want you to think about that. You may be in college right now, but I was once where you are in these seats one day. Years ago, though, but I was where you were. So think about 10 years from today. Where will you be? Right? Are you going to be struggling with your finances? Or are you going to remember this guy told you to handle money on purpose? It's up to you to decide that. So I started teaching people how to handle money, and I found out people are struggling financially. So I'm good with money, and people are struggling. Solution solved. Me helping people handle money on purpose. Because I believe wholeheartedly when people have their finances in order, they can chase their dreams. I believe that wholeheartedly. So I started teaching people. I started my company. 2015, the Dream Chaser Group. I help people chase their dreams through financial literacy. So I'm here to help you chase your dreams. You may be in school, but one day you're going to be out of school, and I want you to chase your dreams. You're going to have families. Life is going to get difficult. You may have some children, lose some jobs. Yes, it's going to happen, hopefully. Hopefully not, but it may happen. When it happens, I want you to be prepared. So this is a money class because money affects us in many ways. It helps us in our families. If you're married, it can hurt your marriage too, cause a wedge, go between you and your spouse. If you're working, if you're worried about your finances, more likely you won't be productive at work. How am I going to pay my bills? So to focus on the job, you're going to worry about how you're going to pay your bills. So it affects you in your job too, and in your health. If you're worried, you may get ulcers. So it affects you. So think about that. So money has the potential to affect you in a lot of ways. Make it positive instead of negative. So this book here, I wrote it this year, came out in 2019. If you want a copy of it, we'll talk about it later, but it's helping people handle money on purpose. HOPE stands for helping other people become empowered through financial literacy. People need to be empowered so that they can move towards their dreams and goals. So before we get started, I want you to write down this statement here. Look at the handout here. I want you to follow along with me if you want to. It's up to you. But why go to a class, learn something, and not apply it? We are in a prime example of, we're in school right now, right? So go to class, take notes, and apply it. So from this day forward, I will handle money wisely. You're in a great position because you're in school right now. More likely, you're staying with your parents or on campus, so you don't have a lot of bills. So you can be able to handle your money better when you start to get out of school. You have tools under your belt so to handle money on purpose. So I encourage you to write the statement down. From this day forward, I will handle money wisely. I'm doing it, so I encourage you to do the same thing. I won't teach you anything that I'm not doing. I've been married for 11 years, and this is one reason why, because we handle money on purpose. I want you to handle money on purpose as well. So how do you handle money on purpose? First, you take responsibility for your life, because it's your life. Not mine, it's your life. Stephen Covey, the author of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, said, you are responsible for your happiness and your effectiveness. No one else is. You are. So in 2005, I graduated college for my second degree, and I got a job as an auditor. I was auditing collection agencies. The people who call you when you don't pay your bills, yeah, I audited those people. I traveled around the country. I loved what I was doing travel-wise, but I hated my job. One day you may get a job, making good money, and hate it. I hated my job. So what did I do? One day I was in Seattle, Washington area. I called my wife, and I was distraught. I was tired. I called her, told her I was going to quit my job. And we had just got married that year, 2008. Called my boss, told him the same thing, I'll quit my job. So I quit my job in 2008. Oh, and by the way, before you quit your job, have one lined up before you quit. I didn't. But that helped me on my journey to become more empowered about finding out who I am. I took a personality test to find out that I'm an extrovert, talking to people in front of you. Some people are scared to do public speaking. I'm detail-oriented. I'm good with numbers. Hence, I'm a nerd. I like to do budgets. How about you? How are you designed? What gifts and talents do you have? Some of you may want to help people by becoming a doctor, a lawyer, or maybe a business owner. What skills do you have to help the world? Because you're here for a reason. You're not just here for empty space, just to make money. You're here for a reason to help people to become better, to empower people, to heal people, so they can chase their dreams, to change the world. So I encourage you, if you don't know what you want to do, find out how you were designed. Take a personality test, a DISC assessment, Myers-Briggs. Find out how you were designed and utilize your skills. I also encourage you to find out where you want to be 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years from today. Only you know that. I know where I want to be. If you're stuck in a job that you hate, what are you going to do about it? You going to stay there for another 10 years, or you're going to find something that you love to do and pursue it? Or maybe you're still in school, and you haven't decided what you want to do yet. Figure it out. Try something. If you don't like it, at least you know what you don't like. Try something else. Keep trying until you find out what you enjoy and do it. If you can make money, do it. I don't see anything wrong with making money as long as you're helping people in with the right heart. Help people so that they can help other people. That's what it's about. It's not all about money. Money is important, but make sure that your heart is right as well. So find something that you want to do, pursue wholeheartedly, and help people in the process. So it's up to you to decide where you want to be 5 years from today, 10 years from today. Visualize it, and then say, do I want to be there in 10 years? If not, change what you're doing to get to where you want to be. So first, take responsibility for your life because it's your life. Secondly, you need to get an accountability partner. If you're married, it's built in. For me, I'm married for 11 years. So my wife and I, we're a team. And I believe wholeheartedly with people in marriages, between men and women, work together and realize that the enemy isn't their spouse. Marriages will be a lot better, I believe. See, the tension comes in when we are different. Naturally, my wife's a spender. Naturally, I'm a saver. So the fight begins, boom, right there. According to the Huffington Post, 2 things cause people to get a divorce: communication and money. So if you want a great marriage, communicate with your spouse. Do a budget. My wife and I, we do a budget together because we're a team. We do 2-step. We take turns. She takes turns to do the budget. I do too. Why? Because what if I pass away? I'm going to pass away one day, but what if I pass away and I handle the finances and she didn't? She would be lost, right? Can't pay the bills. Or vice versa. What if she handled the money and I didn't have a clue? I would be lost. My daughter would probably starve. Not really, but she would be taken care of because I would know how to handle the money. So if I believe that people will work together, communicate about finances, marriages will be so much better. I had a guy tell me he had hide money, H-I-D-E money from his wife. So that's not good because when people hide things from their spouses, it causes tension. So I want you to be open with your spouse. Some of you may not be married and say, marriage is not for me right now. I'm still in college, but what if you do get married? And you say, this guy told me about this stuff about money a long time ago, and he's right. My spouse and I, we don't talk about money, we argue, we fight and fuss. Let me go back to my note and say what he said. Oh, handle money together. Yes. So I encourage you to handle money with your spouse together. Oh, and if you're single, you need accountability too. Because you don't have somebody to tell you no. You need somebody to tell you no in love. A counselor, a friend, a teacher. Somebody's going to tell you no, not to go buy some more shoes when you got a closet full of shoes already, or to go buy that dress when you don't need it. Oh, but you lost some weight? Oh, yeah, I understand that, but maybe go to consignment, not to the mall. Think about that. You need somebody to tell you no, because dining out is a big issue with people. They like to go out to eat every day. What if you don't have the money to go out to eat? You want to spend on a credit card every day? I encourage you, get somebody to tell you no in love. Oh, and by the way, you have goals to be somewhere in 10 years? Well, let's talk about goals for a moment. If I say I want to lose weight, which I don't, but I did, if I want to say I want to lose weight, it won't happen because it's not a SMART goal. A SMART goal is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and relevant to you. Let me break it down for a moment. So if I say I want to lose 30 pounds in 3 months, that's a SMART goal. It's specific, it's measurable. You can measure that. You can do 10 pounds per month or 2.5 pounds per week, right? You can do that. Attainable. Now, this one is, I want you to have a goal that's something that's going to happen if 2 things happen. A higher power has to show up, and you got to execute. You got to put in the work for it to happen, right? And realistic, it's relevant, it's your goal. Now, I know some people go to school for their parents to live their parents' dreams and goals, but they don't have their own desires in front of them to go to school to become, say, a physical therapist, a pharmacist, or a veterinarian. They have their parents go. The parents wanted to be a doctor, but they got sidetracked, so they put their kids in school to be a doctor. The goal must be your goal, because when you have buy-in for your goals, it'll happen. If things get tough, it's your goal. You're going to work hard to get it to happen. But if your parents' goals, you'll abandon that goal real quick. Or you stay in the goal, you'll keep on moving towards that degree, get a job, and hate your job because you're doing the job for your parents, not for yourself. And it has a timetable, 3 months. Have a SMART goal. Write it down, share with your accountability partner, make sure they hold you accountable to it. That's how you handle money on purpose. So where you want to be? Where do you want to be? I know, but you got to have somebody to hold you accountable, whether you're married or you're single, to move towards your dreams and your goals. Write your goals down on paper, share them with your accountability partner, and take action to make them happen. So first, take responsibility for your life. Second, you need to get an accountability partner. Third, you need to build a rainy day fund. Now, I'm not from Tennessee. I'm from South Carolina, but I was aware of the flood that happened in 2010. It flooded in Nashville, right? And life is going to rain too. It's going to rain, figuratively speaking. Let me give you some examples. I was up late, because normally I'm up late, and I was on the computer, and I heard a strange noise outside when I was in South Carolina. I looked outside and seen anything suspicious, and I continued to do what I was doing. The next morning, I went to go to work. My car was gone. So I called my wife on the phone. said, honey, have you seen my car? I said, no. Looked on the ground, saw some glass. I said, man, somebody stole my car. But I didn't panic, though. Why? Because I had money in the bank. All right? Second scenario, I was in Oklahoma. My wife and I were in Oklahoma for about a year. And I parked my car inside of the building where I couldn't see it. And again, I was going to work. Again, opened my car door. Things were shuffled around in the car. I didn't pay attention to it too much. But when I tried to start my car, it would start. Why? Because my ignition switch had been destroyed. So I tried to steal my car again. So what did I do? I got an alarm because I got smart. And we moved to Tennessee. Oh, and more recently, back in January of this year, I was ill, right? I had a pain in my side. I had it before, and it went away. But this time it came back. It was a Sunday evening, and the pain was very, very excruciating. So the next morning, my wife took me to the urgent care. The doctor told me it might be my appendix. So I went to the emergency room, had a scan done. It told me my appendix needed to be removed that day. Woo! So, what if you had your car stolen? What if you lose your job? What if you have an emergency surgery? How would you be able to pay for those events that are unexpected? We had cash for all those. We bought cars. We paid off our debt for my medical debt. We paid cash. When you want to go on vacation, pay cash for it. Get married, pay cash for it. We got married, went on a honeymoon with cash, no debt. So when you have things come up in life, I want you to have money in the bank, because we found out when you have money in the bank, things happen to you, but they don't happen that often, though. When they do happen to you, you pay for them, and life keeps moving along. But what if you don't have money in the bank? What do you do? Go in debt again? Credit card? Oh, the credit card is there for emergencies, right? We have a debit card, no credit cards. I've been debt-free for years. You can be debt-free too. But you got to decide to do it, even going to school. So I want you to save money. If you don't have the money in the bank right now, save between $500 and $1,500 in your bank account. Because life is going to happen to you. It's not if, it's when it's going to happen. And when it happens to you, I want you to be prepared. You graduate in May, for example. Oh, yes, get that big check, refund check, for example. What are you going to do with it? Pay off student loans? No, I'm going to party. Oh, what happened to you? Oh, my car got a flat tire. Oh, my car got stolen. Somebody broke in my car and got my radio. Oh, I lost my job. Oh, this dude told me about saving money, but I didn't save the money, so now I got to go get a credit card. Oh, my mom got a co-sign for me. Yeah. I don't want that for you. But you got to decide that, though. You got to decide that. So you handle money for 3 reasons. Save money for 3 reasons. Actually, I read an article that said that America had a negative savings rate. So how are we the richest country in the world and broke at the same time? I don't understand that, but we are. So I want you to save money because money is important. Save money for rainy days, purchases. We have 2 pay-for cards with cash, no debt. My goal, plan A, pay cash for a house. Woo! Did I say that? I think I did. Or plan B, to get a mortgage for 15 years, pay it off in 7 to 10 years. That's my goal. Plan A is mine. Plan B is my wife's. So I want y'all to be ready. You want to go on vacation? Pay cash for it. You want the big screen TV? Pay cash for it. Don't go get a payday loan for that. Pay cash for it. You save money to emergencies, for purchases, and for accumulating wealth. So wealth is basically saying that whatever you have accumulated, money, real estate, stocks, bonds, saved up $1 million or more. So what you own minus what you owe is $1 million. That's 1 with 6 zeros behind it. That's a lot of money, right? A lot of money. So y'all starting young, right? So if y'all hear this information and you put it to use, you could be a millionaire. And if you're like me, you're older, you can be a millionaire too. It doesn't matter where you are. You have to decide to get there. So it doesn't matter about your age or your mindset. Sacrificing to make things happen in your life, that's important. So you save money because you want to build wealth. Let me show you how, quickly. This example right here showing how Naomi and Desiree are two sisters saving money, right? You have Naomi over on this side started saving at age 20 to age 27. So she saved about $8,000 right here. However, her sister started later and saved about $638,000. Naomi saved about $1 million, a difference of over about $300,000 right there. Why? Naomi started earlier. Desiree didn't. The whole point is to start, though. What if neither of them started? What if neither of them started saving money? They would have any money saved, right? So at least they started, even though Naomi outpaced her sister, they at least started saving money. So I want you to save money so you can be wealthy. You're going to school for a reason, right? Not just to work, not just to pay bills. You work, pay bills, and you want to enjoy life too. And also help people in the process. It's not all about money, but money is important to pay your bills for school, your books, your clothes, your shoes. It's very important to help people as well. So when you want to be a millionaire, do this stuff, I'm telling you. Do it. It's easy. The hard part is doing it. So first, take responsibility for your life. Second, get an accountability partner. Third, get your rainy day fund in place because life is going to happen to you. When it does, I want you to be ready for it. So you won't be caught off guard. Next, you need to create a money plan, a budget. Woo, did I say a budget? I think I did. Because only 1 in 3 people do a budget, according to Gallup. That's why people struggle so much, because only 1 in 3 people do a budget. 78% of people struggling because they don't tell their money what to do. And all a budget is a plan. It's all it is a plan. You go to school. What do? You plan. You plan to be here, right? You get married. Hopefully you plan, right? You get a job. You set an interview. You plan for the job interview, right? So you plan for your money. If you don't plan for your money, you won't have money. It's that simple. And I want you to budget like a boss. So some of you may work, some of you may not. But if you do, what do? You go to work, get an assignment, you execute. The budget is the same thing. So every month, tell your money what to do. Save, give, spend, right? Budget like a boss. Because all you're doing is telling your money where to go every month. My wife and I have been doing this for so many years. It has helped our marriage. And these are 2 reasons why we are still together. Communication and budgeting. That's simple. If you want a great marriage, do a budget. It's that simple. You want to be a millionaire? Do a budget. Thomas Stanley, the author of The Millionaire Next Door, said, if you want to be wealthy, I'm paraphrasing here, do a budget. That's all it is. Because athletes, for example, make a lot of money. Artists make a lot of money. And you hear about them going broke, don't you? Yes. Because they don't manage their money. It's not how much money you make, it's how well you manage what you make. That's what's important. That's very important. Whether you make minimum wage or 6 figures, you need a budget. A guy told me he didn't have any debt, so he said he didn't need a budget. Everyone needs a budget. No one's above needing a budget. No one is above that. Whether it's a school, your home, the government, everybody needs a budget. So how do you budget? First, you need to do a budget every month for the rest of your life. Start early. And the hard part about doing the budget is doing the budget. But you know what? Y'all got here for a reason, right? I'm sure everybody in this room took a math class, right? 4 minus 3 equals what? 1. If you can do the simple math, what I just said to you guys and ladies, you can do a budget. It's that simple. The hard part is doing the budget. It's hard. You got to do it to move towards your dreams and goals. My wife and I do one every single month without fail. It has helped our marriage grow. So do the budget. That's simple. If you don't hear anything else out of this conversation today, do the budget. Do a budget, share with your accountability partner. If you're a spouse, do the budget together as a team. If you're single, get your accountability partner to look at it and hold you accountable to it. And don't do the budget, put it in the drawer, and don't do it. Do the budget and use it. It won't work if you don't use it, right? Why go to class, get the notes, and now study for the test. Same process. You got the skills, the tools, you know what to do, just do it. Like Nike says, just do it. How do you do a budget? Let me show you how. This is a monthly money plan. Again, all the budget is a plan for your money. That's all it is. So you have our money. We budgeted here, $4,000 income. This is the monthly budget. We have our category for plan, which is our budgeted section, spent and leftover. So budgeted minus spent equals leftover. So we have different categories: giving, savings, our mortgage, our home, utilities, food, clothing, and transportation. Now, if you're struggling financially, let's get this ground foundation first. You need to eat first, and then you need to have your utilities in your house, clothing, so you won't go to jail for not being clothed, and you need transportation as well, so you can go to work, pay your bills, right? So have those things in place if you're struggling. Then do your budget. Get caught up on everything, get current, then do your budget. Our budget shows here we budgeted for our savings. Then we have giving, savings, and then spending. Priorities first. Save, and then you spend, right? It makes sense? Give, save, spend. Pay yourself first before you pay anybody else. And you have everything here is what you budgeted for the month. Now the category for utilities right here, all these amounts right here, whether it's electricity, water, cell phone, all these culminate to 567 right here. And at the end of your budget, we budgeted $4,000 right here. And that's how much money we earned as well. So 4,000 minus 4,000 is 0. So we have a zero-based money plan. In other words, we're spending money on purpose. We're living within our means. However, what if we did $4,000 earned money minus $6,000 what we budgeted for? We were living above our means, right? That means we need to reduce our spending, make more money, one of the two, or both. Make more income or spend less. That's what you need to do. Or what if you earned $4,000, but you spent $2,000 budgeted? The other $2,000 is going to go away because you didn't give an assignment. So make sure you budget every dollar of your income to move towards your dreams financially. So get on the budget, and the budget form is just an overview of your finances. The second part here, the money distribution plan, allows you to live on your budget, but by pay period. Let me show you how. So we still earn $4,000 right here at the top, but we pay the first and 15th. First, $2,000, and the 15th, $2,000. So we budgeted. Information from the budget form goes to this form as well. So here we have our giving here, savings, and so forth. Everything from the budget flows to this form right here. So at the end of our budget on this form is 0. That means we spent our money for that pay period on purpose. So same thing happens for the second pay period. Paid $2,000 on the second pay period. Although these are empty, you do the same process. So whatever you didn't pay the first pay period, you pay it during the second pay period. So for example, if your rent is due on the first of the month, you can split it up between pay half on the first and half on the 15th. Instead of paying it all at one time, it leaves you more flexibility to pay your bills split. Now, if you want to say, if my phone bill is due at the end of the month, why not pay it at the beginning of the month, for example? Or maybe split it up first 15th. This form right here, I think gives people empowerment to know when they can pay their bills, because the overall budget doesn't tell you this. It lets you know that you need to pay your bills and see how much you need to make and budget each pay period or each month. But this form here tells you, all right, we can pay our bills either the first or the 15th. So I like this form because it enhances the whole budget process. Also, I encourage you to do a bank reconciliation every month with your money. That means you're going to see how much is in your account and how much the bank has. Make both amounts match. And I also encourage you to pay cash for things for 90 days and see if you like it or not. When I was an auditor, I had a credit card. I traveled around the country. I used my own credit card for that. Well, I heard a guy talking about paying cash for things. I tried it, and I haven't gone back. We pay cash for everything. So That's going to lead me to the next part of this, and that means you destroy debt. Whew, did I say that? Did I say get out of debt? I think so, because I'm sure y'all know that student loan debt is a major weight on people, right? It's a major weight. So how do you run a race with a ball and chain around your leg? You're not going to get that far, are you? You can run, but you're not going to get that far. But what if you decide to let go of that chain and release it and walk the way you're supposed to walk with purpose, opposed to dragging a weight behind you, right? My wife and I, when we got married, see, I'm a smart guy because I didn't have any money. My wife, I'm sorry, did I say that? I had money. I got married and I didn't have any debt. I'm sorry. And so my wife, she had debt. And I'm like, well, I had money in my bank account. And when we got married, she had debt. I didn't have debt. So was it her debt? And I didn't have any debt? Right? It's her debt, right? But when you get married, it's our debt. I had money in the bank, right? What did I do? I said, my money out of the bank, I paid on her debt. No, I paid on our debt. Right? We paid our debt. Because when you get married, you become one. Right? Not two, one. So her debt became my debt. Even though I kicked and screamed and hollered and everything else between the lines, we paid off our debt. We've got one account, and we're both on the account. There's no hide money here. It's our money. See, we went to counseling a couple of sessions because her pastor wouldn't go beyond the two, I think, because we had a big blowout. But what I learned from that, though, was any money that comes into the household is household money. Not her money or my money, it's our money. So I believe when people handle money together, marriages will be so much stronger. It will last longer and go further. So maybe you're not married yet, right? Maybe you want to get married one day. And you hear this weird guy talking about handling money on purpose, handling money together with one account. And then you get married and say, wow, this guy, he was right because my husband has the money over here in the account. I don't even know how much he has, but our marriage is struggling. I talked to a lady recently. She's from Africa. And she told me basically it's her money and his money. And I'm like, that's not the way it should be. If you want a great marriage, be open with your spouse about your finances. Get out of debt too. My wife and I, we paid off our debt. Had a car debt, student loan debt. Oh, did I say that? Student loan debt, she did, yes. Paid it off. Right. She had old debts. We paid all of it off in 2013. We became debt free. Woo! And we're still debt free today. The only debt we would have, is for a house, and that's it. Pay cash for everything else. I don't have a credit card at all. Not one. For about 10 years. Oh, and by the way, you can't rent a car with a credit card, with a debit card. Oh, you can't get a hotel with a debit card. We've done it before. It's simple. It works. You don't have to have credit to get things. Now, some people say you gotta have credit to do all these other things. Yes, that's true, but some things you don't have to have credit for. You can just pay cash or have other ways to get to the goal. So get out of debt because debt is a thief. Debt is stealing your dreams of being a physical therapist, being a lawyer, a business owner. It's a thief. So what do you do if a thief comes into your house? What do? You defend yourself, right? Right? Hopefully you won't have to, you protect yourself. You get an alarm for your house, right? But debt is the same way. Why not protect yourself from the debt by getting out of debt quickly? Why have a 30-year mortgage? Whoo! 30 years? Who wants to be in debt 30 years? I don't want to be in debt 30 years. I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but I don't. And I don't want it for you either. But you have to decide not to be in debt 30 years. Yes, you may have a lower payment, but over time, the interest is more than if you did a 15-year mortgage. Or if you pay cash for, no debt at all, but I'm weird though. My mind's there, my heart's there. I'm going there. We're going there together. So how to get out of debt? Let me show you how. You crush it. Why do you crush debt? Because debt is crushing your dreams, your hopes, and your desires. So we have Sears, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, and Citibank. So we owe each of those entities money. We're in debt to them, right? So we're a slave to the debtors. So we owe Sears $1,500 right here. The minimum payment is $100. So we're going to list our debts from the tiniest one to the biggest one, pay the minimum, everything, but the smallest one. The smallest debt we're going to crush with momentum. We're going to crush this debt because debt's crushing us. So the minimum payment is $100. So we do $1,500 divided by 100. This debt we paid off in 15 months. However, we're going to crush it in 8 months. Woo! Crushed. Move on to the next one. Visa. Visa is not everywhere I want to be. So we owe Visa $2,000. The minimum payment is $150. However, we're going to pay $250. How? We combine the two payments here to be $250. Debt crushed in 8 months. Keep it moving. MasterCard. MasterCard is your master because you owe them debt. $4,500 is what we owe MasterCard. The minimum payment is $200 right here. So we owe them, we're going to pay this off in 10 months. How? By paying $450 on this debt. By paying all the payments right here. Debt crushed in 10 months. Discover. What are we discovering? Freedom from debt. So we owe them $6,000. The minimum payment is $300 right here. So we're going to pay $750 together. How are we going to pay $750 together? If you look at all the payments right here, it equals $750. This debt is crushed in 8 months. Boom. All right, who's next? Citibank. What's in your wallet? A debit card. So we owe them $7,500. The minimum payment is $250. However, we're going to pay $1,000 on this. How? You add up all these right here, $1,000. Debt crushed in 7.5 months. Boom! Crushed. It's that simple. But it's hard though because imagine having a credit card for 10 years and somebody tells you to use cash. What do? You cringe, don't you? Ooh, cash, I don't know what that is. Then you say, well, let me try it. You try it, and you like it, and you don't go back. You say, wow, this debt thing is stupid because I don't want to be paying people payments because I read before that a credit card company was debt-free, but they were issuing people credit. They're smart. So why not be like them and be out of debt? They're giving you money so they can stay out of debt. It doesn't make sense. Keep your money to be able to save, invest, build wealth, and help people. Why not build wealth for yourself instead of building wealth for them? That's essentially what you're doing when you pay people debt. So you crush debt because debt is crushing your dreams, and your desires, your goals. So this is an albatross right here. This bird has about a wingspan about 11 feet, so it's made to soar, right? So you were made to soar. You were made to soar. So when this bird's in the air for about 2 hours, when it's windy, it stays in the air for a while, right? But when it's not windy, this bird's in the water. And what's in the water? This shark. I'm sure most of y'all have either heard about Jaws or read about it or saw the movie. That bird is toast, right? It's toast. So this is you. I want you to soar, right? But if you have debt, this is you. You're toast, right? I don't want you to be toast. I want you to be soar because you were made for soaring, right? You were made to fly like the albatross. But you have to decide. Debt is a thief. You can choose bondage or freedom from it. It's your choice. We've chosen to stay out of debt. How about you? How about you? What are you going to do with this? Are you going to keep doing what you're doing or change it up and become debt-free? Your choice. So you do all this right here. What do? Take responsibility for your life. Be accountable to somebody. Get your rainy-day fund in place for $500 to $1,500 in the bank because it's going to rain. When it floods, I want you to be ready for the flood. Get your money plan in place. Get out on the budget. Get out of debt so you can do giving. And give, and give, and give. Because I found out a while ago that none of this stuff, my talents, my money, my wife, my daughter, my shoes, my clothes belong to me, right? I'm just here for a short season in life. you have gifts, right? You want to be a therapist, right? You want to do HR, right? I don't know what you all want to do, but I'm sure you're here for a reason, right? So why do you have a gift and you hold it to yourself, right? It's not a gift unless you give it away. You can cook, draw, write, speak, coach, whatever you do it to help other people. That's why I coach this stuff and teach this stuff, because it's about helping other people become empowered through financial literacy. It's about helping other people, not about me. It's about helping other people. It's not about you. It's about helping other people, right? You're a part of the plan, but it's about helping other people. You do all the stuff to help people. What if you had a neighbor across the street who was starving, right? And you go across the street and you knock on the door, and you leave, no one answers, but you leave some groceries at the door because you can do that. You got money in the bank. You're a millionaire. What do you hear about a family who doesn't have drinking water in Africa, right? But you have money saved. You're a millionaire. You're wealthy. What do? You go send money, right? Without them knowing about it. What if your family member is struggling financially? They borrow money from you, but you say, no, I don't want to give you this money as a debt. I'll give it to you as a gift. What if somebody's in debt, college debt, and you find out about that and they're struggling? They can't pay their student loan bills, but you got enough money to pay for them to go to college for 4 years. How would that change someone's life? Right? So you have the ability to do these things, only if you decide to. It doesn't matter where you are in your life, you can do these things. It's simple. Somebody told me this stuff I'm teaching is simple. It is simple. But why don't people do this stuff? I have my speculation, but people might not want to change. But you have to be willing to change and do something different. If you don't change, you get the same results. Time after time after time. So I encourage you to do something different. Do something different. Do these steps. It's easy to do. If you can do calculus, you can do this. If you can do algebra, you can do this. If you can do basic math, you can do a budget. But you have to decide to do this stuff. You have to decide. You got to be focused, fierce, and on fire. This laser. Focused. 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 Fierce. Woo! Be on fire about something in life, because life is worth living. It's worth living. Why go through life just for money? Yes, I do accounting. I can get money doing it, but I was a speaking coach because my heart is there. I love talking to people. I love seeing people, hearing about their stories in life. I love that kind of stuff because I'm here to help people. I love it. Me connecting with people like this right here, this is what I live for. It's about helping other people. So do something you love to do. Focus, fierce, and on fire. Change your life. But you only have to do it. You have to decide to do it. I'm doing it. I'm living the stuff I'm teaching today. So, I am Dakota Grady. I am part of the Dream Chaser group because I help people chase their dreams. You can find my book. And I'm going to do a drawing today as well on my book. So if you got a raffle ticket, we'll do that at the end of it. But you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and my website is dakotagrady.com. So if you want more coaching or know somebody that needs coaching, contact me. Follow up with me. But I'm going to close with this right here. Thank you all for inviting me. And I saw something on the back of a Jeep that said, "One life, live it." You all have one life, so live it. Thank you.